Hello there, this is Erica. In this video, we're going to learn how to make an escape room using Google Forms. In order to make a Google form, you need to have a Google account. Of course, Google accounts are free. So once you set up your Google account, you go to docs.google.com/forms, or you can simply do a Google search and just put in Google Forms, and it should pop up if you are logged into your Google account. So this is what the website looks like at the time of the recording of this video. So as you see, there is a crosshair or a plus button that says start a new form. You're going to click on that. Now we're going to add a title. So that's the first thing it's going to prompt you to do once you click on that plus button. So here we are. We're going to click on the very top. And here I'm just going to name it, just for the sake of this video, which is an example form. I'm going to name it Escape Room, and then in the description, I'm just going to put just a little sentence. Whatever sentence you want to put in there, you can put in there. Whatever title you want to use. Again, for the example, we're just going to have fun and just write whatever. All right, so now that that's written, we're going to learn how to enter questions and answers into our form. Now, you're going to see a sample question already populated when you start this form. That is a question that can be edited. The style of Google form, or the escape room that I'm going to show you how to make, is going to include short answer formats. So that is one of the better ways for players to kind of move from room to room, because they have to type in the correct answer to move on to the next question or to move on to the next room. So that's the style we're going to learn today. So as you see, you're going to click on the sample question that's already there. It's going to give you a blue box so you can edit the text. If you're not ready to do that right away, we can go slightly to the right and click on the menu button. And it gives us options, including short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, and drop box or drop down boxes. But what we're going to do is move up to short answer and click there. And now that we have clicked the short answer format, we're going to go ahead and put in a question. So where it says untitled question, you're going to click on that. The box will turn blue. It's going to allow you to type and, basically remove what's previously there in the template. You're just going to type a question in there. So here, I'm just going to type a simple math problem so that you can see how to set up a form that includes maybe a code or a riddle that requires a numeric answer. Just below the section where you wrote the question, you're going to see short answer text, and then under that you're going to see where it says number, and then you're going to see either greater than or less than or some other answer choice. But those are drop down options. But I need to back up for a second. For some reason, my form automatically made this a required question, so I don't want to confuse you all. When you do your own, you're probably not going to see it already marked as required. So what we need to do is go to the bottom right side of the screen where it says required. There is a toggle switch. You're going to click on that toggle where it says required. When you see that turned on or turned into it'll turn into a color. For the sake of this video, mine is purple because the template color is purple. But once you see the toggle switch turn to a color, then you're going to go to the three dots to the right of it, click on the three dots and you're going to see a little menu pop up that says show description or show response validation. You can actually click on both of those options, but for the sake of this form, for this particular question, we're just going to click on response validation. So now once those settings are set, we're going to just go one line above back to where it says number. Then on yours it might say greater than, then it says a little blank space that says number, and then custom error text. So what we're going to do is keep it on number because we want a numeric response for this question. Then the next one where it says greater than, we're going to click on that and we're going to choose equal to. That way the answer response is going to be the exact number and not any other number or any variation of that number. Then to the right of that, we're going to click and we're going to write the number 2 because 1 + 1 = 2. But whatever your answer is going to be, that's what you're going to type there. And then slightly to the right of that, you're going to type in where it says custom error text, try again, or no way, or whatever. We have to have that in there so the players will know to try their answer again. Because if nothing is in that box, then when they put in an answer, and if it's wrong, then it's going to give them the right answer. So that's not the point of escaping a room, is to get all the answers. When you make a mistake, it is to think of the correct answer to put in the box. So therefore, make sure there is a response in that section. Now we're going to go ahead and add a new question to the form. So on the right, you'll see a little strip. The first icon is a small circle with a plus sign in it. You're going to click on that small circle with the plus, and then it'll add another question section to the template. For this question, we're going to follow the same procedure as we did with the first numeric question that I demonstrated. This time we're going to show you how to set a question that is a word or text question. So as you see, we're just going to follow all the same steps. The general steps is make sure it's short answer. And then from there, we're going to go to the bottom of that little section. We're going to toggle on required. And then just to the right of required, we're going to hit the three dots. We're going to check response validation. Then we're going to go up a line where we see number greater than. We're going to change number to text in the drop down, and then we're going to make sure that contains is going to remain the same, and then the text is going to be the answer. So here we're going to put in dog, and then make sure you fill out the custom error text. So we can say no way or try again or something like that, but make sure that is filled in. Now we're going to follow the steps again to add another question. And in this one, we're going to actually add an image to this question. Right next to where you're going to type in the question, if you hover your mouse over that little section just to the right of it, right between the short answer drop down menu, you will see a little picture icon pop up. You're going to click on that. And then when you click on that, you'll have options for inserting images. The first one is upload. Then you can do camera, by URL, photos, Google Drive, and Google Image Search. I typically use Google Image Search if I'm just going to do a general category. So as you see here, I'm typing in red balloon and just picked one of the red balloon pictures to insert into the template. Now that the image has been inserted into the template, you can click on the actual image and you'll see some like a faint blue box around the image. You can just click on your mouse to resize it. So click on the actual lines of it and then drag it to make it smaller. And then once you've made it smaller, you can always center the image within that section of the template. So it's your choice. You can either have it flush to the left, or you can have it in the center, or to the right even. You also have the option of adding video clips to the Google template for your escape room. So in this example, we're just going to use a general video from the internet. But if you have any specific videos that you've personally recorded, you can always upload those to a YouTube channel as unlisted. And then you can add them by URL. As you see, the option is available there toward the top. But for this one, I'm just picking a random topic. So I just typed in dog. It showed me a dog video. And as you see, the video is embedded there in the template. And similar to what we did with the picture, we're going to go to this strip to the right of that little portion of the template that you're editing. You're going to go down to the video icon. So it's like a little play button. That's what you're going to click to get to the video search or URL option. In these Google Forms, you can also add a header. So you can add your own personal header, or they have several headers that you can automatically add into the template. So all we're going to do is go up to the top where you see the paint palette and you see the option for header. And just below that, you're going to see choose image. You're going to click on image. And they have different categories to choose from. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to choose a random one. But you kind of see the process. You can go through, look at the one that you want. Once you find the header that you want, I'm picking the butterfly. You just click on the butterfly image and then you insert it into the template. Based on the header that you choose, the template will automatically change colors to fit the theme. But as you see, you can always switch the theme color to something that you like. So as you see on the right, just below where it said header and choose image, you can choose a different theme color. And then just below that, you have the option of changing the background color. And then below that, you can change the font style. Now that you've entered all of the questions and the videos and the images that you want into the template, it's time to preview the escape room. Back toward the top of the screen, to the right of the paint palette, you'll see an eyeball icon. You're going to click on that eyeball icon to preview your actual game. So here's where you're going to work out all the kinks. Look at it as a player would be seeing it to see if you like the format, the way it flows. Also, I recommend that you test the game out. So make sure that you put in the questions to the game and answer it as if you were playing it. And if there are any snafus or maybe additional spaces within the answer boxes, you need to fix those in your template, because when people play the game and if it has like an extra space at the end or at the beginning, it's not going to register as a correct answer. Even though they're putting in the right answer, those little things make a big difference in these templates. Now that you have gone through the actual game or the form, maybe you see a question you want to remove, this is the time to do it. You can always do it at any time, but before someone plays it is most important. So as you see here, we need to make sure there is a blue line to the left of the box that you're editing. So make sure to click on the question you want to edit. As long as that blue line is to the left of it, that indicates that is the one that is being edited. And if you want to simply trash it, get rid of it, you go to the bottom part of that little box and you'll see the trash can icon, and you can always delete the question that way. So now if you want to insert a question within the template, make sure to click on the section that you want to add a question after. So here we're going to add a question after the red balloon question. So we highlighted the red balloon question and then we went over to our strip to the right we added a plus, or we, clicked on the plus, and that added a new question for us to edit. In order to make it an official escape room, let's look at how to add a section or a room to the form. So what we need to do here is, this is probably something you do earlier in the process actually, but I just want to mention this. Whenever you have created all of your questions, and maybe you have them by theme or by type of questions, whatever you choose, you can go in and actually add sections to the form. And this is what officially makes these rooms. So you can have, for example, my templates that I actually sell on my paid teachers site have about 4 rooms in there. They are able to be edited, but I use 4 sections to indicate different rooms. So that's where I go: section 1, all of the questions, and then I split it. Section 2, that would be room 2, questions, etc. Now looking back over to the right, the very last icon is the add section icon, so it looks like a little equal sign. Make sure to highlight the actual question that you want to add the section after. And once you've completed that step, that's where you can go ahead and designate the room. So here I'm just adding this one as room 1. Now that the escape room is complete, it is time to send the link out for others to play the game. In a previous video, I made sure to outline how the escape room is played. You can play it over Zoom. I'll make sure to link the video here in the cards. But yes, at this point, you're going to share the link with the players. So at the very top right of the screen, you'll see a send button. You're going to click the send button. Then the send form pop-up box will open, and you'll see the option for collecting email addresses. And then just below that, you'll see send via or via. And you'll see a little envelope. That's your email icon. And then right to the right of that, you'll see a chain link. So that is for you to send a link. And then to the right of that, you'll see double arrows. That is for you to embed this escape room game. Just below that, you'll see email and then 2. So you can send emails directly from this template to individuals' email addresses. Then you can, of course, put in the subject, which would be the name of the form. You can always rename it at the end of creating it. And then you have the message, and then you can include the form in the email, but you probably don't want to do that right away. So for this video, I recommend that you use the link feature. So when you click on that icon in the center, you'll see a long link kind of populate. But from there, just below that, there's a checkbox for shorten URL. Click on shorten URL, and there is going to shorten it, so it'll be a lot easier to work with when you text it and email to different ones. Then you're going to copy it, and once you copy it, you're going to text it, email it, etc. to your game players. For those of you who want to see the responses from the input of the game after the game is over, this is how you're going to check the responses. When you're back in the editing window of your template, you'll see across the top, just before where in this image it shows room 1, the mystery box, bump up one level and you'll see questions and responses and a little 1 next to it. All you do is click on responses, and when that opens up, you will see all of the responses that were received. And here you have the option of looking at the responses in a summary format, or to the right of that, you can look at them per question. And then to the right of that, you can look at them by individual submission. And for those of you who want to download the responses, if you look slightly toward the top to the right, you'll see a green square. Just to the right of that, you'll see 3 dots. If you click on those 3 dots, then it'll open up a pop-up window. And there you have several options, including getting email notifications for new responses. You can select the response destination. You can download the responses in a .csv file. You can print all of the responses, and then you can delete all of the responses. So that is the cut and dry way to use Google Forms to create an escape room. So you can feel free to knock yourself out and create your own escape room. They are a lot of fun to create. I enjoy creating them. But if you are someone who says, after watching this video, that is a lot of work, then you have an option. Here is a virtual escape room that I have on my Teachers Pay Teachers page that I am selling. All you have to do is purchase this, and I'll leave the link below, and you can edit it to your liking. So if you want to just do a fun night, this is a very good template that I recommend. Again, purchase it. If you see things in it that you want to change, you can actually watch this video again and look at how to edit it, and you can have a blast. So that's it for this video. Once again, this is Erica. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.